Alright guys, our Zerg gamers are ready immediately. They've already hopped into game 1. I'm just gonna grab my phone quickly, I'll do the intros, and then I'll talk to Psionic for a little bit and see what we can do.
Let's get it on.
Round 1, a very fun, unique ZVZ here in the Big Brain Bouts on the Friday night. Bottom left side, a man who's not mega active, but is obviously always good and always creative. It is Erik. And Erik, he is going up against the man who's done a lot of streaming lately. He is a big caster these days, but he's obviously still damn good in playing the game as well. Just like that previous series, in my mind, it should be really close between these two. I don't know, maybe this man is a bit better at the moment. Really hard to say. This is Rex from Taiwan. Very nice guy. Alright, let me just communicate. Let's see what I can do. I got missed calls. Probably spam, right? I'm gonna go with spam on that one. I'll follow Indy's camera for a split second. Alright, I sent a message to Psionic letting him know that the absolute earliest that I think they could start is probably 30 minutes from now, and that's all obviously already a lot later than what they were supposed to start. And a best of 5 PvZ versus Mixu could take a little while, so I don't know how important, how set in stone it all is, but if it is absolutely mandatory for them to make it to the dinner, then I think we can reschedule the Mixu Psionic series, which obviously does suck a little bit. We don't like that, but it's Valentine's Day and we don't want to be the root of any problems. It's supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be fun for everybody, and obviously we'll make it up to Mixu too, who is here and is available. But yeah, we'll sort it out. J Money just playing the most ridiculous 2 hour something best of 5 series that I have seen in forever. Getting it done. Thank you to Execu, thank you to Passman. Hello J Money, congrats mate. If there was ever a day that I would describe as your day, this was it. Erik is gonna hit us with a hatchery in the wall of a couple of roaches coming out, a lot of Zerglings as a follow-up. What does Rex have, guys? Right now 6 is Zerglings, that's not enough. But what Rex does have is obviously Queen support. He's got a... Ooh, it's just pure links. And with a lot of links, maybe, but... it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Erik with just a very strange move out, right? If I was Rex, I would go for this roach and this roach first, but... is this the fight, Rex? Is this the fight? It might just... Oh, that's a really good job by Erik's, man. Morphing these low HP roaches into ravages. He's gonna keep on trying it. He just needs a few more units. Erik needs a couple of units to show up as he gets 2 full HP ravages here, but he has lost everything else. A corrosive ball maybe. We are gonna drop one. It will not connect. Interesting move out. A very strange move out. I think that was the best J Money I've seen, mate. I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy for you. You deserve it. You deserve to have your moment. For all the times you get teased and bullied by everyone, this is your night. You deserve to be gloating a little. You deserve to be happy. Well done. Couple of links of Erik made it into the main base of Rex. Doesn't get a whole lot. Spire on the way for our Brazilian Zerg. Erik games are always weird, guys. It's really hard to keep track of them. Because the man just does everything a little bit different. Suffering for content. I don't think that well, I don't know. I don't know if there's any suffering. I think right now that's probably just happiness. So Rex has sent a lot of units to the other side of the map, but that does leave him somewhat vulnerable to more Zergling run-bys. Erik finds the first queen, the second queen, maybe a third queen. That's a third queen. That is 3 queens. Can Erik hold here? Rex has not tech up, guys, so Rex is Omega all in. Rex is Omega all in, and it's going to be kind of hard to get in here, but he does sort of get in here. The Spire is about to finish up. Erik got triple hatchery production, though, defensively here, and a choke point to work with. But Rex has more units. Rex has Carapace. What is happening tonight? Is it Rex? Does Rex just have a little too much? Spire is done. Erik trying to micro back to his ramp. I think it's Rex. I want to say I think it's Rex. Carapace should be so freaking good in these scenarios. Couple of healthy Ravages in the back as well. In between the natural and the main base, I want to say it is Rex who takes the 1-0 lead after 7 minutes of ZVZ craziness. Well done. That was a little bit of everything. That is exactly what I thought would happen between Erik and Rex. She just voted late. It's only channel points, guys. It is only channel points. Game 2 is Whispers of Gold. Huh? Why not pull the boys? Yeah, maybe he could have. I think the most important thing there for Erik was to keep the units outside of the natural for a little while longer. Like, you have a really good choke point there, and every second that goes by, you're getting more and more defensive units. Eventually, you might be able to sneak out a couple of Mutalisks. But I just think we need to, at all costs, try to keep the majority of the roaches out there, so only a few units at once can fight. But by letting the Lynx slide in, yeah, it was an all-out brawl, and that's where the +1 Carapace could really shine and make the difference. Literally more valuable than USD. I wish that was true for a lot of you guys, Wingant. Huh? We make the call to reschedule it. Alright, guys. Unfortunately for a lot of us, and unfortunately I think for Mixu, I really don't see a world where we can play this series tonight between Psionic and Mixu, because he said that everything has been arranged, everything has already been paid for, the ladies all dressed up, and he said he has to leave basically at like 9, maybe 9:15 the latest. That's going to be very hard. This series was supposed to start for him at 8. So they were supposed to start like 12 minutes ago. I think we're just going to reschedule that one. It's not something we normally do on the Friday night, but I think we already got spoiled by a 2-hour best of 5. And if we can make everybody happy, it's Valentine's Day. We don't want to cause any issues. We can just play Mixu against Psionic on Saturday or Sunday. We'll obviously announce it on the Basilisk Discord, Twitter, etc. Got Cham back now. We're not going to replace. We will make the series happen between Psionic and Mixu, but I think we'll just do it on a different day. That is hereby decided. Because like, even if, let's say, somehow these next 2 games are over in 12 minutes, then you have 30 minutes for a best of 5. You're not even going to play your best. You're going to be on edge. You're going to feel like you're under pressure. I just don't think that's the way to do things. So it is decided. We'll just do 3 series tonight. Yeah, he said Sunday, Mixu? No, he actually proposed Sunday. He says he can do tomorrow at 5 or Sunday all day long. So why don't you guys sort out a day on Sunday? I don't think I have anything on Sunday, so I'm available all day. We'll announce it in advance, and you guys just play on Sunday. I don't want to be responsible for Psionic having a bad Valentine's Day. No need to be sorry, mate. There's only one person that has to apologize, and that is J Money Magic for playing a 2-hour and 10-minute best of 5. But it was amazing. So it's all good. Well, you guys play on Sunday. It works out. We don't normally do it, but I think tonight is a special night, and we can make the exception.
Round 2, fight!
Here we go. Top left side of Whispers of Gold. We are looking at the main base of our Brazilian Zerg. He's down 0-1. I'm lagging, by the way. I guess it's west. Yeah, it's west. So weird. Had some creative ideas, like we are almost used to, like we expect from this man representing the cranky ducklings. It is Erik. Show us game, please. I believe that you're looking at a game. But I don't know, maybe you're looking at something else. Try a different browser, mate, if it doesn't work. Bottom right side of Whispers of Gold, we are looking at the main base of our Taiwanese Zerg. He's up 1-0, representing offside. It is Rex. Zergling speed on the way for Rex. Erik once more hitting us with a hatchery in the wall. There are a lot of moments where we would freak out over this and we think it's so crazy, but honestly from Erik, I don't expect anything less. This is the most normal Erik opening there is. Yeah, I can see that Overmind is struggling a little bit, but hopefully, yeah, maybe Safari can save him. If not, try Microsoft Edge, or I don't know. Firefox is still a thing for some gamers out there. It could work, mate. I don't know. If Chrome doesn't do it for you, try something else. Or update your iPad. I don't know how you're watching. Firefox is good. For some reason, I never... when I was young, I really cared about things like looking cool and pretty, etc. And I really wanted to like Mozilla Firefox, because I thought the logo looked cool. I liked the colors. I just couldn't really get used to it. It just never felt home. I wasn't comfortable with it. So I tried for a while because I wanted to like it so bad. But in the end, I said F it. For me, it's a scrum. Temporary full wall off as a couple of the roaches do hatch. But I like to believe that Erik is fine here, right? Erik should be fine. It's a little bit annoying, but the Lynx can never really break through. They can't kill the roach one. They can't kill this Evo chamber. Did obviously get a queen, so that is something. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not good, guys. It could work for you guys, but for me, it just, I don't know. It just didn't feel comfortable. And when I'm behind the computer, comfort is everything. I'm trying a different chair tonight. And for casting, it's totally fine. I don't mind it. But earlier today, I played a game of Deadlock. I died. Needless to say, I blamed the chair. I was like, I cannot believe that I just died as a lady geist against a great talent. I let him know as well. I was like, bro, you're lucky I'm on a different chair. Because otherwise, this would have been my lane. Then I died 3 more times. Still the chair. I do not hate foxes, mate. Foxes are cute. I definitely was an Internet Explorer guy for a long time, but I think everybody started out. Everybody from my generation started off as an Internet Explorer guy. It was very good in the beginning. And then you had all those spam bars at the top, you know. All that spyware. And then when people knew that you were good or handy with computers, they would say like, my computer got very slow. And then you open Internet Explorer and there were like 7 things in the top right. And you're like, oh my god, Casino 777. Oh yeah. Eva says he's not going to Epic Land if you're planning something for that. Oh, even if he's from home, he can obviously still play in the Big Brain Bouts, but I didn't know that. That's a little bit sad, but it doesn't change our plans for next week. I'd still love to have Eba. Yeah, that was a nightmare. Yeah, if you're old enough, you remember all of that. That was a nightmare. The Lynx of Rex will get a cancel on the 3rd base of Erik. But the Spire is more than halfway done. Last game, Rex never tacked up. So far, guys, 6 minutes into game 2. Rex has not tacked up, but he is making drones, so I can only assume he's going to fire up a lair real soon. 4th base? No. This does not count as a 3rd base. This is just his wall off, mate. Little macro hatchery does not count as a base. No. Guys, I'm very worried for Rex. I see 5 Mutalisk on the production tab on the side of Erik. Meanwhile, Rex still has no lair. I know the Giga Chat Spore is good and all, but what are we gonna do? Walk some spores to the other side of the map? Rex, my amigo, tech up! He's got full map control, that's nice and all, but the man really needs to start teching up. There are some lag spikes. The players don't feel them. It's just something that has happened over the last few weeks where my connection to US West got really bad. I first noticed it when I played in a tournament. I was like, what the hell is even this? And it also happens when I'm observing, but the players don't feel the lag spikes that I have, so no panic about that. Spore Crawler not done yet. I don't know how, but Rex got completely... Oh, that's big though. That is big. That's a lot of Zerglings. Rex got completely blindsided. Is he going to kill the Spire? I almost wonder if you killed the Spire here. Okay, what the hell is this EVC? What is up with our games tonight? They tried to morph a couple of Banelings to prevent the army from getting in. That's kind of cute. Lings have not done that much yet. I kind of thought they would do a little bit more than 4 drones, but... Now all the roaches are attacking as well. We still have no anti-air. Rex says, I don't care. I saw Mondragon beat Z-Rex many, many years ago in a TSL with roaches while the guy had a bunch of Void Rays. Well, if he could do it with roaches, I can also do it with Lings and roaches against some Mutas. I gotta say, he's finding some good damage. He's also losing literally everything. His entire army. He found good damage, but he lost everything he had. And yeah, now we just leave. Okay. You don't often see somebody leave with 66 drones against 28. 3 bases against 2. But I do understand him leaving here. Yeah, the man just has no anti-air. He lost the Spore, lost 3 queens, never ever tacked up. And yeah, that's just it. We're all tied up after 2. Alrighty. I should probably let Spirit and Skillas know that we have postponed this series. I'm just letting them know in case. Because there is a chance that maybe Spirit or Skillas is taking a little look at the schedule and they're like, oh, I've got like 2 more hours. And they might go out for a long walk and then all of a sudden realize that they have to play earlier. So I'm just giving them the heads up that the Series 3 won't happen tonight. So you play after the ZVZ. Okay. Dude. Alright, everything set. It's definitely been a Friday of a video game so far. First series going to distance, the second one all tied up after 2. I'm pretty happy. I don't know if Overmind can see the game right now. I hope everything is okay. Let me know how it went with the different browser, mate. Obviously, I don't want to be responsible for you missing all the action. That would be a true tragedy. That make me very sad, so we don't want that. I don't know exactly, First Did I? You got me on Discord? What do you have? Oh, okay, so Sunday 4 PM. Sounds like a plan. Sunday 4 PM, guys. That's when we will do Mixu versus Psionic. Now, I really hope that I didn't have anything mega urgent on Sunday. But I don't think I have anything this month. I have a couple online projects I need to take care of, but don't think there is anything I have to worry about. So Sunday 4 PM it is?
Round 3. Fight!
Top right side of Amygdala. We are looking at the main base of a Taiwanese Zerg. It is really cool to have him. I've always enjoyed watching his games. It is offside Rex. Has not started a lair yet. I don't know if Rex made like a side bet with his friends. But he's like, hey, I'm gonna beat Erik and I'm not gonna make a single lair all night long. It'd be tough if the guy does 2-base Muda play all day, every day, but who knows. Bottom left side of the Cranky Ducklings are Brazilian Zerg. It's always cool to see him as well. The inventor of the Erik opening, named after the one and only. It's Erik. For all that craziness, now the stress of rescheduling, need to chill a little bit. I already feel that this was a very successful night, even if we have to postpone a series. That was legit for 5k, 5.1k MMR gaming. I think as exciting as the best of 5 will be. Also, I think the ultimate example that it doesn't always have to be pro gamers to make things exciting. If there is a bit of a story, if you're familiar with the names, even a level below, 2 levels below, 3 levels below, it can be really fun to watch Starcraft. And I also think that that's something to maybe keep in mind when people talk about, oh, pro scene is dead, nothing to watch. No, there's always stuff to watch. There will always be competition, and there will always be people who enjoy this game. But I don't think that the pro scene is going anywhere yet, so don't worry about that. But if that is not a prime example of StarCraft being fun on different levels, I don't know what is. Really cool series between Luo Elise and our man J Money. Erik is hitting us with a 2-minute 37 seconds lair. That is very quick. Our man Rex has not made a lair yet in the series. I wouldn't know if I agree with that, Craze Man. I guess you're from 87 as well. I definitely have very warm memories of early days internet and like using MSN and chatting with the ladies from my high school, you know, and making first a MySpace profile and then making a Facebook profile. It's definitely cute and I enjoyed a lot of it. But also a lot of things about the internet kind of sucked back then. And a lot of things right now go a lot better. Of course, some things got a whole lot worse, but I also think it just depends what you want to focus on, what you want to spend your time and energy on. But I couldn't think of a program like Spotify in my wildest dreams in the early days of the internet. Where you would try to find somebody who could burn a CD for you, or you downloaded a song, but before you know it, it was something else, and you had to explain it to your parents that that is absolutely not what you were looking for. Or you once more installed another toolbar. I don't know. I like the internet these days. Obviously, I don't like everything about the internet these days, but I like a lot. I love the fact that we can sit here, watch some games. In general, no lag at all, no latency, different games, very easy to connect with people. Big functioning chat rooms. I think Twitch is awesome. Obviously, it's been around for a while. So I wouldn't say that today it's terrible and in the old days it was good. Some of the old things had a lot of charm. I absolutely agree with that. And I've got, as I said, very warm memories of it. I like it more right now. One of the roaches gets around throughout the entire series. Erik has already shown us that he loves morphing those low HP roaches into Ravagers. By the way, guys, Rex still has not made a lair. We're in the middle of game 3 at this point, and the man refuses to make a lair. But in this case, it's probably a pretty good choice. My PayPal address, Loho, is still fanatic-rotterdam@hotmail.com. When somebody ever asks me for my PayPal address, and that is what I present them, they start laughing. They're like, holy hell, when did you make that? I was 2005? The Lynx, Roaches, and the Ravagers of Rex get us around on a couple of the Roaches of Erik. Overall, it's a bit of a confusing one. Erik is the one who's got lair attack. Erik is the one with missile attacks and roach speed. Yet he is the one who also attacked. Maybe it was just to force Rex to make some units, but Rex did make a lot of units. Rex is making all the units. 39 Zerglings, 5 Ravagers. It is Ling Ravager with Carapace. I think Swordov was very fond of this build a little while ago. Doesn't quite get the surround though. Oh no, Rex. I don't think this is a fight that Rex was looking for at all. I think the real gameplay here is that you get 40 Lings surrounding the roaches, drop a couple of corrosive balls in the middle, and then obviously rely on your Carapace to keep those Lings alive. But this was not the fight for Rex. Not at all. Erik is taking an absolutely amazing trade. Even if like Rex wins the fight, Rex was not looking for a little win. Rex was looking for a slam dunk win. Full surround, wipe the floor with the army of Erik. This is not good enough for Rex. Rex needs a lot more. Now if he grabs these 5, maybe. I want to say there should be no way, and I don't think there is a way, but... Ooh, a lair! Our man has found the lair button. Good hold overall by Erik. Probably just a big builder advantage too with the way that things shaped up. I can imagine that playing against Erik has to be absolute hell. It can be tricky in PvZ, but I think especially in ZvZ, it's just... You've got absolutely no idea what the guy's cooking up. Enjoy your night, Psionic. Don't worry about it, mate. You go ahead and have a good time with your lady. Enjoy your dinner. Share some pictures in the Discord. And we'll call it even. It's all good. No stress. I'm sure you will we'll have a good series on Sunday. It is not that we have had a lack of Starcraft in the last 6 weeks, entering 2025 on this channel, so having to postpone one best of 5 until Sunday, I think we can live with it. Shout out to Vera for gifting a sub to Psionic, and we had Varix joining us earlier as well. A lot of lovely people stopping by today. +2 missile is done at this point for Erik. Erik was making a spine, I don't really know why. Maybe he already knows that Rex likes to base trade. Rex likes to go for all-out counterattacks. Whatever it is, Erik gets a very casual snipe on the 3rd. Rex obviously would have loved to prevent that, but there's not a whole lot that he can do about it. And call for a community free-for-all? No, mate. After the series tonight, I am done. We already did a best of 5, a best of 5, and a best of 7 earlier this morning with our Korean tournament. And 3 more best of 5s today. Casting 5 best of 5s and a best of 7 in one day. That's like about as much as I normally do at a 5-day offline event. So for just a single Friday, I think it's good enough. Oh, that move, Wolf Burrow and Tunneling Claws. You ain't surrounding me. Lovely play here by Erik. Actually a good move. I think he would have been fine anyway, don't get me wrong, but still love to see it. So now things are kind of chill. And Erik is just in a really good spot. So it's not really up to Erik to do something. He's adding a Hydralisk then. I don't hate it. I don't know if it's mandatory, necessary, but it's okay. I do maybe hate not having our entire army on the other side of the map. Because now Rex is going to try to find that one opportunity he has to still make something of this game. But Erik's army is just too strong. +2 missile attacks is making all the difference here. And the links disappeared very quickly. Rex knows it. Unfortunately for him, the link Ravager opening did not quite work out. And after 10 minutes of video gaming, it is our Brazilian Zerg, who was down 0-1, who now takes the 2-1 lead. It's a very wonky ZVZ, guys. Can't say anything else, but a little ZVZ that's kind of all over the place. It's one of these moments where you might feel very confident in ZVZ, and you might love a lot of things about ZVZ, but when you play against a man like Erik, everything that you kind of know goes out of the window, and you can obviously still apply like some general conclusions that you can normally apply to certain situations, but it's +2 is better there, Kurimisago. Because what +1 Carapace does is that it keeps the Lings alive against +1 missile attacks. Where normally if it's +1 missile attacks and Lings have no upgrades, Roaches 2-shot Zerglings. But if you have +1 Carapace, then Roaches need to 3-shot Zerglings. But obviously that goes away again when you have +2. So +2 is really good there against only +1 armor. And basically made all the Lings useless. Then the upgrade doesn't do anything at that point. So, but yeah. Obviously for Rex, maybe he likes ZVZ, maybe there are certain things that he really enjoys about this matchup. You play against a man like Erik, you can almost toss all of that out of the window. And it's just very hard to make all the correct decisions in the heat of the moment. It's obviously very late for him as well, but he knew what he signed up for. Our man Lemon really wants to play in the Big Brain Bouts as well. And I offered him a main event, but I can quote you guys what he said. So the main event is obviously the one where the prize money is the highest. Let me just take a look. Where's my man Lemon? He said, oh, sorry, haha. If 2 AM, good. But 4 AM play, best of 5. 5 AM, I will die. So I said, alright, then no main event, but we can do a 2 AM series or a 1 AM series next week. And we'll sort it out. Since Bowen wants to play, Maybe Boanan against Lemon. I think that could be low-key a banger.
Round 4. Fight.
Top right side, guys, of Ultra Love. We are looking at the main base of a Brazilian Zerg. He's up 2-1, one map away from winning 80 buckies tonight in our second series of the Big Brain Bouts number 85. This is Erik from the Cranky Ducklings. This man doesn't seem to be very fond of quick lairs, and then he's playing against somebody who makes all the quick lairs. Our Taiwanese Zerg down 1-2. It's Rex. I actually like the logo of the Cranky Ducklings. It's cool. I like that emote as well. How can you hate on a little duckling like this? I feel like this is not doable, no? Can't hate on the duckling. And J Money did win, mate. In honestly a pretty epic series. You'll hear about it. You'll probably see it. I thought it was very enjoyable. It had everything. It legitimately had everything. The ducklings are amazing. I especially have a lot of respect for Light, because that guy has honestly been grinding for such a long time at this point, and he really puts in some serious hours too. And it doesn't matter if it's 2 p.m. my time, 7 p.m., 1 a.m. If there is a cool tournament that Light is allowed to cover, he's there. That man deserves some credit for that and a lot of appreciation. And I hope he finds a lot of joy in what he does. And I hope there are cool things ahead of him, because if you can do it so consistently for so long, you definitely deserve some applause for that one. He did 30 best of ones today in the King of the Hill, where Solo was winning everything. I'm not surprised, mate. He's everywhere. It's honestly insane. If you ever need a B stream, a C stream, a D stream, or any A stream to cover it, you just know that Light is always there. Man is an animal. I have a lot of admiration for the work ethic. Never complains, never seems to be asking for more. Just shows up, does his thing, has fun with Starcraft. I think it deserves love. Yeah, I met him in Katowice. I had no idea, because obviously the last thing that I ever think of is an Australian guy to show up in Katowice that also casts Starcraft to ask for my signature. That's like, so he asked, and I was like, I felt like I know this guy, but I couldn't really place him. And he's like, yeah, maybe you know. And I was like, oh hey, so stood up, gave him a hug. Like, cool guy. I didn't even know he was coming. So suddenly he was there in front of me. I think that was the Oliveira Katowice, so the man chose very, very wisely. Or was it the year after? I mean, if it was the year after, it's pretty good too, right? 33 drones versus 33 drones. As we get closer to the F1 season starting, we see 8 roaches of Erik walking to the bottom side of the map as his lair is on the way. Couple Zerglings, not many for Rex, are gonna try to counter. It is a more serious attack though than in the first game, and I think this is a little bit more difficult to engage. It kind of felt in the very first game Erik's units were all over the shop. This one looks better, as Rex is just trying to buy some time for his own roaches to come out. Erik is gonna click on the hatch tree, he will get it, but it also means he loses everything. Last time I checked, Zerg does not have recall. I don't know if getting the hatch but losing literally everything is a great trade. Now you need to use the queens, mate. Use your queens, we need some range damage here. I still think I like it for Rex. I like it for Rex, but could have been a tiny bit cleaner towards the end. Now it's Erik who's gonna try to buy a little bit of time with a few Zerglings. Traps a roach at the bottom of this ramp. Got some spines on the way. The Lynx cannot get in. I'm sure that Rex is already thinking about the Spire, but it's still one of these things that you really need to confirm. And what are we doing now, my friend? Once more, Carapace is done on the side of our Taiwanese Zerg. We already had our first series go to game 5. Can the second one go to game 5? I don't know if we break this, man. I really don't know. That's a lot of roaches, it's spines, it's a full wall. It seems unlikely. It seems pretty unlikely. Now, having to go back into droning while it's 3 bases against 2 is not the end of the world. But you're gonna need a lot of spores. Because the mutas are coming. They're already on the production tab. And with the Evo Chamber even finishing up. I think at this point, mate, just build nothing but drones. Build a couple spores. Like 1 spore per mineral line and build a spore here somewhere in the middle. So spore, 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 mineral, 1 spore in the middle. And just defend. And chill. Overlord gets the confirmation that the Spire is indeed done. That mutas are on the way. Mutas already on top of the Ravages too. So spores. Oh, we don't have a spore in the front. I don't like that. But the muta count is so low that I don't think we're in any danger of like losing this hatchery anytime soon. I personally like it if Rex keeps a couple of the roaches and lings on the other side of the map, just to make sure that Erik stays on 2 bases. Could maybe even drop just a Hydra then immediately. We're gonna move the spore forward. Green count is high. Still okay for Rex now. Like Erik's economy is proper bad. We're talking 35 drones, 2 bases. I like it for Rex. Obviously losing the main would suck. Rex is supply blocked. He's gonna build 7 overlords at once. Mutas is starting to deal some real damage. Now one of the Mutas is in range with the spore, so it does die. A little bit sloppy on the side of Erik there. And Queens will save the day. We've got a spore here. Total spore count is 4 now. 9 overlords. Well, Rex was supply blocked. Rex won't be supply blocked anymore. 9 overlords is a lot of overlords. It's a little bit underwhelming to see 6 mutas shoot at everything 27 times and just, you know, not really get much done. This is like me in the gym, man. It's like, I'm there, I'm putting in some reps, but I just don't really see it yet. And the mutas don't really get to see a whole lot for it either. Erik has broken out of his full wall. I guess we have killed one of the 2 Evo chambers that we had there, but I don't know. Don't think it's getting much done. Okay, the Lynx obviously not in high enough numbers to ever take that fight. The mutas are definitely putting in the time. They've gotten a lot of shots off, not a whole lot of kills, but oh, a couple of misreadied overlords. You want to be very careful with that. That'd be a very silly loss. A 16 worker lead on the side of rocks. No, we're not. That was just a misrally. Just a little misrally. Oh, or okay. Well, but why? We're down 19 workers. Okay. I mean, sure, I guess, but it's just very confusing to me. Erik is seriously cooking. Couple Dropalords. He did obviously take away some map vision of Rex. I guess we can mention that. What the mutas have done is do a really good job in limiting map vision for a little bit. Overall, this is an incredibly confusing play to me, but sure. Erik is now going to fly his 4 Dropalords right over the squall of Zerglings. There are lurkers on the way for Rex. Is it once more a game 5? Erik has a slightly larger army, but as long as the Hydras are protected, I really believe in defender's advantage here. Now, unfortunately, the Hydras are not protected. So, 2 Hydras fall immediately. The Queen gets picked off as well, but Rex still kind of holding. Rex is okay. Roaches and Ravages will try their luck into the 3rd base. That's an odd move with the Ravages. I don't think I'm a very big fan, Erik. There's a lurker, guys. There is a lurker helping out. And it's dealing terrible, terrible damage, as Dustin Browder in his prime would call it. And he was onto something. Rex is now so confident that he's starting to shoot at his own roaches. This is something I would not advise. I would leave it to the professionals to do that. As Erik really wants to get the main, and Erik somehow casually gets the main with a couple of remaining units, and now he's gonna escort the roaches out with some Buddhas. What on earth am I looking at? I don't even know. Never did I think I'd be more confused in Erik vs Rex than I was in J Money Magic versus Luolis. But here we are. This is most certainly a game. Those 5 meters of Erik are legitimately putting in overtime, and I feel like these guys deserve a race, because you can't say they haven't been trying to give a proper return on the investment of the Spire and of the Mudas. As Erik, his roaches are now sniping the Spore. Is there enough NTR left? Yeah, there's enough. The Muda count is honestly quite low. Erik is now set. Oh, there's still a lurker here. Erik knows that there is a lurker. Erik just guns it down. I want to say I still really like it for Rex, but I'm starting to wonder, it's like, do I know? Erik brought a drone as well. There is a drone in the mix. What are we going to do with it? Build a spy, build a spore. No, it just dies. Very unfortunate. 2 drones apparently. So I can guarantee you guys that Rex is not killing any workers on the other side of the map. There, the spore crawler died, by the way. So the 3 Mudas are back. Our 3 musketeers from Erik. While there's a big fight unfolding. But Erik knocks down the cooling tower. That's actually quite smart. The boys. The boys are putting in work. 2 kills, 4 kills, and 3 kills. And we're about to double those numbers. Big fight happening on the other side of the map, but I am just enjoying the Mudas doing their thing. Alright. The other fight is slightly more important. Rex has 1 lurker. It's a lair tech lurker. But if a lurker just gets a few shots up, it is so freaking big. Erik is sitting on a little too much cash to take a fight like this. I wouldn't recommend it. If Erik would have spent all of his money, guys, I think he would have done a whole lot better here. But instead, he's losing a Ravager, losing a couple of roaches. It is not ideal, I'm afraid. Well, maybe. Oh, the Mudas. Okay, the Mudas have been deflected. Are they coming back? They've died. Oh, no. All the Mudas are officially gone. We're bringing Overseers, Overlords, anything to kill this freaking lurker. We have killed it, but not before losing a whole bunch of roaches. It kind of feels that Rex is winning across the board everywhere we go. Low ground, high ground, main, defensive, offensive, it doesn't matter. Our man from Taiwan, I think, has done it. Even though he's not giving Erik time to spend all that money, but more lurkers, baby. The lair tag lurker. Rex against Erik is honestly everything that I thought it would be. I'm not hating for 1 second. I'm just kind of appreciating it in silence sometimes. When I thought of a best of 5 between Erik and Rex, I think this is what I had in mind. It's like 3 Mutalists attacking a hatchery for half an hour, some lair attack lurkers, some weird wall-ups, some all-ins, some counters, some contains. But what I do know is that these 2 are very evenly matched. They are very competitive with one another. And once more, I know you guys are wondering, how does the old man do it? How does he keep on finding gamers that push each other to the limit? Is this shit scripted? No. I'm just that good. Game 5. Rex Erik. It is inevitable at this point. Erik is still trying, but he really doesn't have a whole lot left, guys. GG gets called. GG it is after 15 minutes of ZVZ gaming. Game 5. Back-to-back Game 5s on the Friday. We had a bit of a cold patch a while ago, where we had a couple of 3-0s and 3-1s. And the 3-2s were rare, but over the last few weeks, whew, the 3-2s are flying. Yeah, I know. It was better, Bully, because like, the thing is, if he says he really has to leave like at 9:15, and normally that'd be fine, right? If I say we start at 8, you have an hour and 50 minutes, like that's not that stressful. But yeah, if we're already starting maybe at 8:30, maybe at 8:40, sure, he can do a couple of 2-base all-ins in a row, but it wouldn't be fun. Roddy coin flip? Oh wait, they have server preference? I didn't know. I guess we swap between West and Central. Erik, heads or tails? I guess Erik wants Central and Rex wants West. Erik says heads, so we're gonna flip a coin once more. Earlier it was heads. Heads or tails? I didn't even really keep track of the server thing, to be fair. I just assumed these guys were always gaming on an A. It's heads again! Google is rigged! Game 5, a frost line. Rex hits me with a sad face. I'm like, heads it is, sorry Rex. And he's like, oh no. Central, I guess, I mean, how bad could Central really be? My ping to Central is so sexy, by the way. 94 from the Netherlands to Central is legitimately goated. I love how my ping to Central is so good, and it's just impossible to play on US West. Because, as you guys can also see, even when I'm observing games, I have random lag spikes that I never had in the past. But 94 from the Netherlands to Central is actually quite goated. It's pretty good. We can be gamers. Shout out to I Wanted to Fly for the 8 months. I would almost say what's stopping you, mate, but people could take that out of context, and we don't want that. You can obviously give skydiving a shot, paragliding, or just get inside of a plane or a helicopter and fly away. Nothing is impossible, sir, if you try hard enough.
Final round. Fight!
Or ma'am, you never know. According to detailed, in-depth analysis, 94% of my audience is actually female. I was a little bit surprised by that, because most of the time people would expect a lot of guys to really be into Starcraft, but 94% of the viewer base is female. Really does back the question, what are all those ladies here for? Is it the game or is it me? You don't know. I was on it. I was honored and humbled by it. Anyway, game 5, final round, guys. Top right side, our man from Taiwan. Offside Gaming's Rex. I know, crazy, right? 94, guys. But, as Abraham Lincoln told us a long time ago, don't believe everything you read or see on the internet. So those numbers could be made up. In the bottom left side of Frostline, we are looking at the main base of Cranky Duckling's very own Erik. Now, one of the 94. You include my OnlyFans. The other day I had somebody stop by and going seriously in depth, like exclamation mark OF, exclamation mark OnlyFans. And he really wanted to get to the bottom of my OnlyFans. And I was like, obviously I play along, and I told him I had it, and it's the main moneymaker of the household at this point. And he's like, that's awesome, man. I'm really happy for you, but I can't find it. I was like, oh, the links are broken, I guess. I don't know if it was like double, triple, quadruple trolling, but yeah, you never know. Did anyone ever try to bribe you to play in the BBB? No, never. StarCraft 2 players on average are pretty smart. Obviously I've had people like reach out and be like, hey, I'm available, and that's completely fine. If anything, I love it. It makes my life easier if I know people are available, if they're down, rather than me having to reach out to a lot of people. But no one has ever tried to be like, hey Roddy, if I can play, I'll give you 10 buckies if I win, because that would obviously be really stupid. J-Dong, Minato Hatch. Yeah, Erik has been doing it throughout the series, mate. This is all very standard. Need to get a tier 3 sub to get the OnlyFans link. Let's keep all the jokes away outside of the Big Brain Bouts, guys. Any other day, we can meme all day, every day. I'm not sure if my bosses will be incredibly impressed by you guys asking about my OnlyFans all night long. This is, after all, a pretty serious broadcast. It's also another mana hatch now. We already had that drama too. Let's not do that. I'll give you 2 buckies if you let me play. How about you just tell me your MMR and I'll see what I can do. Hello, ZG. ZG, I've been on a epic deadlock losing streak. Like, you will think that I'm exaggerating right now, but I'm not. I've actually been demoted 7 times in a row. I have gone from Oracle 3 all the way to Archon 1. But I'm back in Archon 2 now, so we have turned the tide. Yeah, I'm not kidding, Alex. I wish I was kidding. It's like I've never been demoted so many times in anything in my life. Okay, we have ZG against Fear Dragon. Well, they have both played in the Big Brain Bouts. Zombie Grub won not too long ago against our beloved Pi. Fear Dragon has also played once in the BBB. Unfortunately, he didn't win. If Fear Dragon would ever want to play again, I can absolutely make him play, but he would not play against Zombie Grub. As you guys can see, the goal is to get game 5s, to get very close competitive StarCraft, make it hard to predict. And Zombie Grub is just better than Ravi. That's not a crime, that's not a shame. ZG is just a gamer. We've got 10 links, 20 links, 7 roaches and +1 carapace on the production tab for Rex. As Erik is making just a little bit of everything, has a move out, has a hatchery in his wall, has a lair on the way. I mean, this is just the most Erik game ever. It's like, how do I explain this? A hatch in the wall, a move out, another move out, carapace, a third base, stacking up, yes, no, maybe. I don't know. It is literally impossible to read Erik. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know who's attacking who. I assume that Rex is gearing up for an all-out counter. But Erik is kind of ready to fight. Unless Carapace finishes up as well in time for Rex. Maybe it's okay. Rex taking a pretty decent fight. Obviously, Rex has not invested in a lair, which has been a bit of a trend throughout the series. Can the man from Taiwan do it? Definitely a good fight for our player who has not tacked up. Erik, his lair is done. Yeah, what are we going to do with it? He is forced to build more roaches. 12 more roaches. I hope it's Jan, it's just Erik. Erik doing Erik things, but a Brazilian Zerg who was up 2-1 and it looked incredibly promising for him is definitely in some trouble here. Rex has cleaned things up and Rex is a lot more decisive at this point. He is getting in. Okay, now he's not really getting in. Erik holds the line for a little while. There was a moment in one of the earlier games where maybe Erik should have fooled the drones, or he at least should have prevented all these links from getting through. He is kind of preventing that this time. If Erik holds this, I'll generally be very, very impressed. He is in serious trouble. But Rex is going to help him a little bit by killing his own Zerglings with a corrosive ball. Now our Taiwanese Zerg, Rex is the one who fires up a lair. Maybe no longer a believer that he can win the game here. One Zergling kills a Ravager, another Ravager falls. Erik with a hold. Holy smokes. What a hold. Actually, kind of a goated hold, no? That looked really rough for Erik for a little while. Insane. Incredibly well done. Obviously, Rex doing a corrosive bow on his own Zerglings here wasn't too good, but... Erik was in serious trouble there, guys. But the man from Brazil holds. Now he's got a lair. He's got a roach speed too. That obviously doesn't really help in a direct fight, but it can help a little bit with the micro potential. Only a hedgehog could hold that, perhaps. Now Erik is the one who is attacking again with some roaches and links on the other side of the map. He's gonna fire up a barrel as well. What can Rex do? Rex's own lair is done, but he doesn't want to invest in roach speed. He just wants more units and he might actually surround it. Erik gets too carried away by being here. Erik gets surrounded on creep, and since it's +1 missile attacks against +1 carapace, it takes 3 hits to kill Zerglings. These Zerglings are mega useful, and just when Erik pulled off the absolute fantastic goated hold, he kind of throws away all his units. And now he needs to do it all over again. Man, I love how Erik is like, I didn't hear no bell. He's coming back for more. He looks over at his coach. He's bleeding out of his ears and like, don't you dare to throw in that towel, coach. Don't you dare. Erik is a freaking warrior. I like how he lost everything and then he just turns around for more. What a beast. There was a couple of roaches at the top. It definitely scared Rex off though. Rex is like, man, Erik's crazy. He just attacked me with 4 roaches while I had 24 roaches. I don't want to mess with that guy. I'll just macro up a little bit. I guess he will keep on coming, but... No, he didn't come. Hello, Super King. Thank you, matey, for the 19 months. Love you, too. 4 roaches gonna sneak into the main base. As a Lynx will get on top of the 3rd. Is there enough here for Rex? Yes. Yes, there is. There's also enough for Rex in the main. Erik is bleeding out more units, but this is when he does his best work. So annoying, by the way, to deal with this stuff. Roaches are so quick with tunneling claws. Erik just keeps on attacking. Down in supply, but Erik does not care. And as long as he doesn't have +2, honestly, the Lynx are so scary. But he's about to get his hands on +2. And that may allow him to take slightly better fights. I hope so, at least. Erik's gonna get on top of these roaches. +2 missile attacks has finished up for our Brazilian Zerg. This has legitimately been a ZVZ best of 5 that is just all over the place. It's incredibly hard to keep track of who's doing what, who wants to do what, who is thinking of what. I don't know. Erik is a mad lad. And Rex, honestly kind of a wild Zergy too. Which is why these two are perfect for each other. And they're about as good as one another. Couple roaches will burrow in the center of the map. 50 drones against 49. Erik is the one who's got +2 missile attacks. That is the one big advantage that our Brazilian Zerg has. It is 33 roaches against 33. I will stop because fighting is going to happen. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just disengage. And we get even more roaches. We can go from a max to a Lewis amount of roaches. That is one hell of a concave, by the way, on the side of Erik. Looks beautiful. Rex looks at it and says, I don't want to smoke. As he will disengage. Erik stares at it and says, I am not afraid. He's going to move all of his roaches forward. And actually, it just seems like he had a little bit more. Maybe Rex left a couple of units behind, defending the 3rd or whatever. But Erik, his roaches have done quite good. But it's the immediate reinforcements for Rex that should sort of make the difference. I feel like we're back in Wings of Liberty with these omega close roach battles. Little tug of war. I win, you win, I win, you win. We're just going to stand there. And we're just casually trading out all of our units. Erik is now going to try to hit us with a little bit of Happy Warcraft 3 Fiend Micro. Doesn't quite work out. There can only be one Happy. Happy suffering from the same fate as Cyril, because he keeps on winning, they keep on nerfing his race. And eventually people are like, wow, Fortitude is beating Happy! It's like, wow, how many patches did it take? Poor guys. All they ever did was be good at the video game. Erik is still down in supply and he's still attacking. Normally this does not make a whole lot of sense, but in this best of 5 everything makes sense. Rex looks at it and it's like, wait a minute, I do believe that I have got a few more units than you. As contaminate. No, it's contaminate. What do you mean? It's fine now. Yeah, no, it's just contaminate being used. You scared me. I was like, wait, what? No. Didn't see anything. It's just Erik, mate. Erik using some of his overseer tools. Having a good time, but +2 is going to finish up for Rex. Who I believe is starting to have a pretty good read on the situation, where he's like, I feel like Erik is just attacking me all the time. If I just build enough units and I get some good trades and I get some decent upgrades, I should be fine, and he is. Erik snipes one of the Ravages, but he loses those roaches. He loses a couple of units in the front. Erik down 40 supply, and he's like, I heard no bell! It's like, no, kid, it's time to come home for a little bit. Let's actually get a couple of units. Wow, look at the units lost resource tab. It's quite even too, only a couple hundred separating these two. Erik has lost 106 roaches in 14 minutes. That is a serious amount of roaches. Huh. He is now down 10. 106 roaches in 13 minutes. Stefana in his prime, be proud of that. Rex said, alright, it is enough. I do believe that I've been taking way better trades than you. I've got +2 missile attacks as well. Perhaps it is my moment. I was attacking, I was defending, attacking. Here we are. It's starting to look very, very promising for the man from Taiwan. Is he the one walking away with the 80 buckies tonight? Erik has put on a proper show. It's given us a lot of things to look at and think about. And probably not worry about until the next time we see Erik. Because truly there is no Zerg who plays like Erik's, but he believes in his own little timings. And he makes them look pretty powerful from time to time. Rex is clutching it out. Yeah, he's just taking better trades, right? 131 roaches over 92. That is very solid. And Erik perhaps maybe from time to time a tiny bit too aggressive, right? A little more aggressive than he should. Somebody needs to snooze ads real quick. We've got 30 seconds left until ads are playing. One time and one time only. As roaches and ravages for Rex get shoved in. This could be it. We might be in time before those ads play. I think it is Rex, guys. I thought he's I love Rex. He's a great guy. He's very passionate. He's a damn good Starcraft 2 player. Perhaps it'd be fun to see Rex against Pig or something once. I think that'd be a very good match to make in the Big Brain Bouts. But it's an impressive performance here by Offside Gaming's very own Rex. He doesn't just stream, he doesn't just cast, he wins it 3-2. Back-to-back game 5s. Erik is going out swinging. As our Brazilian Zerg, who just loves fighting, who loves battling, is forced to tap out here. GG gets gold. Well done, fun series. Yeah, I feel like they're both honestly just as even as it can be, no? Legitimately as even as it can be between two gamers. Alright, that settles that one. That means we have one more best of 5 to go, because the third one of the night got postponed. And it is time for our main event. 150 bucks for the winner, 50 for the loser. What the hell is this? Share a clip of your favorite Twitch moments during February to earn a Share the Love badge. Do I have a favorite clip of the month of January? I don't know. All right. Choose prediction outcome. You guys believed in Rex. I thought this one was very tough to call, but good call by the chat. So 2 for 2, not bad. Main event time, guys, because Psionic versus Mixu got rescheduled since we are so far behind schedule. Main event is normally supposed to start at 9. We are actually 6 minutes past 9, but we've only done 2 series. It is Skillers versus Spirit, a best of 5 main event. That means that the winner gets 150, the loser gets 50. Skillers is, of course, our RU Dutch P living in the Netherlands, and a Spirit is the Polish Terran. These two know each other incredibly well, have a lot of history, etc., etc. Just giving points away. We'll throw in that option as well. I'll give you guys 15 minutes to bet on the main event. What is very funny is that I think, without even seeing what you guys are going to vote for, actually, we'll do it after the break. Let's me take a break. The ads are running. See you guys real soon. Grab myself a drink, grab myself a snacky. And then we'll do one last best of 5 today. I'm legit a bit tired. A couple of exhausting games, a lot of yapping. The J Money series really drained me.